So our ArchiCAD tip of the week today is post-processing a rendering. And this is really about, you've gone in ArchiCAD, you've done a rendering, it looks great, but there's a few tweaks you want to do to it. And so that's when you can go and use a photo editing program. There are photo editors out there that cost money, such as Photoshop. There are other ones out there too. And there are other renderers that photo editors that you can use that are free, like Photoscape and GIMP. And you can download those and use those. And I think they may have the ability to pay some money to get some additional features, etc. But anyway, there are certain ones that are open source that you can get as well. How do you use it? Well, a lot of times these are used for doing overlays for sketch and rendering. I talked about that last week a bit. And that in general is you take a rendering, a sketch rendering, you take a photo rendering, and then you bring those together into Photoshop or another editing program. You can change the opacity. You can change different options such as linear burn, multiply, darken, lighten, etc., to get different effects. And that really is nice because that way you can bring color into the rendering from ArchiCAD that you do for Sketch, because in ArchiCAD's rendering engine for sketch rendering, it will give you really nice black and white renderings like you see there, and you can do ones that'll give it'll give you color, but it's not like color for wall versus for floor versus for something else. It's just a general color for the rendering. So this is a great way of bringing that sort of color effect into your sketch rendering. The other is for things like vignettes. This is a great example. The Photoscape X photo editor allows you to actually do vignettes. And so you can kind of see there where we've taken the rendering and then you want to give sort of like a darkened edge to it that kind of focuses your eye to the middle and away from the sort of edges of the rendering. Another is a brush overlay. So GIMP is a good one that you can use this on, and it gives you the ability to sort of go in and start to overlay some elements, people, maybe a car and some of the elements into this, and then to even sketch or brush away at the edges of it. So you kind of see where the sketch is. You've got the sketch behind there. You've got the photo rendering on top of it. You put some other things on top of it, and then you use a brush to kind of brush away the color and get the sketch behind it. And so it's a really nice effect that you can use to give sort of a real organic sort of touch to your rendering. And that is our tip of the week for today. Let's go ahead and get into ArchiCAD.